Hi everybody! Today we're going to be talking about the rules that dictate where words go whenever you're talking about pronouns in the accusative and dative cases with direct objects and indirect objects. If you haven't seen the German with Puppets video that goes along with this, go ahead and click up there in the box where the puppets are. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get started. First thing on here is just a list of pronouns so that you remind yourselves what these pronouns are, as we've already learned these in previous lessons. Nominative case, I would be ich. You singular informal is du. He is er, she is sie, it is es when it's neuter, we, wir, you plural informal, ihr, they, sie, and the other z down here is you singular or plural formal. Now in the accusative case, several of these don't actually change. We have sie and es stay the same here, and these z's down here also stay the same. Now the other ones do change. We have here mich, dich, ihn, uns, and euch. All of the rest of them stay the same. Z stays Z, S stays S, and the other two Z's also stay Z. In the dative case, everything changes. Here we have mir, dir, ihm, ihr, ihm, uns, euch, ihnen, ihnen. And don't forget that the formal U is always capitalized in all the cases. Now in section 2 here, it says we're supposed to complete these sentences using the word order rules that we learned from the puppets. If both the direct object and the indirect object are nouns, i.e. they're not pronouns, they haven't been replaced with anything, the indirect object comes first. I'm going to simply write IO here for the indirect object. If the direct object is a pronoun, but the indirect object is a noun, i.e. only the direct object is a pronoun, the direct object comes first. We'll just put here DO, direct object. If the indirect object is a pronoun, but the direct object is a noun, the indirect object comes first. We'll just put here IO. Now if both the direct object and the indirect object are pronouns, the direct object comes first. So now we can see that we have two instances where each one would come first. The indirect object comes first if both are nouns, and the indirect object will also come first if only the indirect object is a pronoun. The direct object comes first if both are pronouns or only the direct object is a pronoun. Now that we think we understand the theory, let's try it out in practice. Most of these sentences we're going to leave completely alone for everything except for what's underlined and bolded. So in this first sentence, das Mädchen starts out staying in the same spot. And then we have to take out den Frauen, which is the plural dative, and eine Halskette for the singular accusative feminine. So in this case we have both of them as pronouns, which means that the direct object comes first. So we have here eine Halskette changing to sie, and den Frauen changing to ihnen. And then we keep our past participle gekauft at the end of the sentence. This sentence says, das Mädchen hat den Frauen eine Halskette gekauft. The girl bought the women a necklace. In number 2 we have here, der Mann hat dem Mädchen einen Hund gekauft. Dem Mädchen is the only thing underlined, and it's also already first, so all we have to do here is use the pronoun ihm. Everything else in the sentence we can just use quote marks here. Everything else stays the same. In this sentence we have, the man bought the girl a dog. Nummer 3. Der Verkäufer hat dem Kunden die Schuhe verkauft. The salesperson sold the customer the shoes. So here again we have mostly quotation marks up until the verb, or the conjugated verb hat here, since we have the past tense. And since the only thing that is underlined and bolded here is the direct object being plural is sie for the accusative case, and dem Kunden then goes after that. And then we have our past participle verkauft and the end of the sentence. In number 4 here, we're going to again leave the subject and the verb alone. And since we have here the direct object and the indirect object underlined, that means we have to replace them both, which means the direct object comes first, sie, because it's feminine and accusative, and dem Jungen changes to ihm in the dative masculine. And of course we still have our gekauft at the end of the sentence for the past participle. Die Frau hat sie ihm gekauft. Number 5. Die Verkäufer haben dem Kunden die Waren verkauft. So here we have the salespeople have sold the customers the wares. In this one we only have den Kunden coming out of the sentence, and so we have here ihnen die Waren verkauft. Only the indirect object is replaced, so that's the one that comes first. And number 6. Die Verkäuferin hat der Kunden ein paar Handschuhe verkauft. Ein paar Handschuhe is kind of tricky because ein here doesn't indicate that it's plural, but Handschuhe is in fact plural, so we have to use here the plural sie. Die Verkäuferin hat sie der Kunden verkauft. Nummer 7. Mein Bruder hat meinen Schwestern ein Geschenk gegeben. Since both the direct and indirect objects are both nouns, we change this into pronouns, we have to have the direct object first, es, because ein Geschenk is neuter and accusative neuter is es. Meinen Schwestern tells us this is plural, so we use the plural dative ihnen. And then at the end of the sentence, we still have gegeben for our past participle. Nummer 8. Mein Vater hat meinem Bruder ein Geschenk gegeben. Only the direct object is taken out in this sentence, so we leave everything else alone, have es before meinem Bruder, followed by our past participle, gegeben. And in Nummer 9, meine Mutter hat meinem Bruder und mir ein Geschenk gegeben. Meinem Bruder und mir is a compound for the indirect object. This is my brother and me. That means that it would be us in English, so we have to use here uns. Meine Mutter hat uns ein Geschenk gegeben. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of these videos of worksheet explanations, go ahead and click on that. And if you want to see some puppets and some Märchen and some songs and some other stuff, go ahead and click on those boxes. If you want to see 2 videos a week from me, go ahead and click on that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Bye now.